Miss Yolanda.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yolanda, how do you usually deal with stress?
When I feel stressed, the first thing I usually do is slow down and give myself a moment to break. I don't like forcing myself to keep going when my mind feels too overwhelmed. Sometimes I listen to soft music or I make myself a warm drink because it helps me relax. I try to write down everything that's bothering me so I can see things more clearly. And when I really need a break, I go for a walk outside because being in nature really calms me.
Do you think you are good at managing your own emotion?
I would say I'm better than I used to be, but I'm still learning. There are times when I handle my emotion quite well, especially when I've had enough rest or I'm mentally prepared. But there are also moments when my emotion feel a bit too strong and I react quickly. However, I'm more aware now. I try to posting and control my reaction. So yes, I'm not perfect, but I'm improving. I'm improve, and I think that's what matters.
One, do you
Mhm.
usually talk to when you feel strong emotion?
When I experience strong emotion, whether I'm angry, sad, or even excited, I usually talk to my close friend for a family member I trust. They know me very well, so I feel safe expressing with what I feel without worrying about being judged. Sometimes I don't even need advice. I just need someone to listen. Talking to him help me calm down and organize my talk.
What do you do to stay emotionally healthy?
To stay emotionally healthy, I try to maintain and balance my lifestyle. I make sure I get enough sleep and stay connected with people who give me positive energy. I avoid keeping my feelings bottled up so when something bothers me, I'll talk about it or write it down. I also practice small routine like doing hobbies, cleaning my space, or talking digital break when social media feels overwhelming. This simple habit really helped me maintain a stable emotional state. Okay, next for part 2, speaking 1 for English 4. Okay, when event that really shocked my emotional state happened around 2 years ago. It was during a really stressful period for my family. One night, I suddenly found out that a close family member had been involved in serious argument that caused tension among everyone. That atmosphere at home became uncomfortable. Was directly involved, but the conflict made me stressed and emotional drained because I care deeply about my family. This decision affected me more than I expect. I feel anxious and sad, and I couldn't focus on my daily activities. What caused the emotional shock was the fact that something so small turned into a big misunderstanding. It scared me how quickly relationship should change because of miscommunication. Um, to improve my emotional state, I decide to take care of myself more intentionally. First, I give myself space to process everything. I spend some quiet time alone reflecting on the situation, and I allowed myself to feel what I really needed to feel instead of pretending to be okay. I start journaling, writing down every thought and emotion helped me release the heaviness in my case. And I still talk to my close friend who remind me to stay calm and not take responsibility for things that were out my control. Besides that, and my sure to get nerved here and avoid unnecessary conversation that could trigger more stress, and try to distract myself with positive activities like watching movie or going for a walk. From that experience, I learned a lot. One of the biggest lessons was the emotional health needs attention. Just like physical health, I realize then I can't control what other people say or do, but I can control how I respond to a situation. I also learned the importance of communication. Sometimes problems grow big circle because people don't talk honestly. And most importantly, I learned that it's okay to take time for myself when things get overwhelming.
Next, how important is emotional health compared to physical
I
health?
think emotional health is just important as physical health, and sometimes it can even be more important when your emotional state is unstable. It affects your energy, sleep, focus, and even your physical condition. For example, stress can lead to headaches, tiredness, or even illness. On the other hand, when you feel emotional balance, you are more motivated to go take care of your physical body. So both aspects support each other, and we really need to pay attention to both.
Why do some people find it difficult to express their emotion?
There are many reasons. Some people grow up in families where expressing emotion is seen as a sign of weakness, so they learn to keep everything inside. Others are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Some people simply don't know how to describe what they feel because they never learned the vocabulary for it. And for concerned individual, expressing emotion make them feel influenced, which can be uncomfortable. So it depends on their past experience and personality.
Do you think school need to teach emotional intelligence?
Yes, absolutely. Emotional intelligence is just as important as academic skill. If students learn how to understand their emotion, communicate their feeling, and manage stress from young age, they will grow into healthier and more confident adults. It can also help reduce bullying, improve teamwork, and create a more positive school environment. Many young people struggle because they don't know how to express why they feel. What by emotion education should be part of the school curriculum.
How does social media affect people emotional well-being?
Social media has both positive and negative effect. On the positive side, it allows people to stay connected, share experience, and even find support during difficult time. But on the negative side, people often compare themselves to others, especially when they see perfect photos or lifestyle online. This can create feeling of insecurity, pressure, or loneliness. Social media can also expose people to negative comment or online conflict, which can hurt their self-esteem. So I think it's important to use social media wisely and take break when it becomes too overwhelming.